So, you know, when it came to finding out or figuring out what all I needed to do to get myself to heal from the fibroids, I did a whole lot of research. And ladies, I'm seeing that a lot of you are saying that you don't want to eat this. I don't like that. I don't like the taste of this. I didn't like the taste of a lot of things, but you know, because I found that it was beneficial for me, I went ahead and did it. Okay. So this is in regards to eating seaweed. I found that eating seaweed was going to be something very, very instrumental in my healing. And mainly because it helps remove this extra estrogen out of your body. And doing my research, I came across various articles in where a number of bodybuilders would take kelp just so that they can remove the estrogen from their body to actually tone up. And so I figured, well, why not? Because fibroids are dominant in estrogen. And so I said, well, okay, well, I'm gonna use this too. So I loaded up on kelp. I whatever good quality kelp I could find, I got it. I would just use kelp to make various types of dishes. I was doing like spaghetti with kelp because I would use the little strips. I get these little strips that look like spaghetti and make spaghetti, like a seaweed spaghetti. I would do I would do soups. I would do some of everything. Anything that my mind could think of just to be creative with seaweed and to build up a taste for it, I did it. Whether I liked the taste or not, I did it because I knew that it was something that was going to be beneficial for me, and it was. So I'm seeing a lot of y'all saying that this isn't something that you want to eat. You don't want to, well, not a lot of y'all. It's just like a couple that have mentioned that they don't want to eat seaweed. They don't like the taste of seaweed or something like that. Look, it's your choice. It's your choice. No one's forcing you to do anything. It's your body. You put in it whatever you want. And just remember, keep in mind that the food that you've been putting inside your body is what got you to where you are right now with the fibroids. So you can keep the fibroids and continue to complain about what it is that you don't want to eat and don't eat it, or you can do the things that are going to be beneficial to help you to rid yourself of the fibroids. It is completely up to you. It's your body. You're the one that's going to make up your mind to it. Okay? So this is going to be about using seaweed, and this is going to be about a particular type of seaweed. This is the Conjus crispus, and this is how I make my gel. I've been asked a lot, how do I make my gel? Because I make my gel in a couple of different ways, and it just depends on what it is that I'm going to be doing with it. I don't make the gel a whole lot, but like I said, it just depends on what I'm going to be doing with the gel in order for me to make it, because just making a drink, I don't need to have the gel, because as you saw in my diary part 1, the way I make my drinks, and then several of my other diaries in regards to how I make. So I'm going to show you how I use the Conjus crispus to turn it into a gel. For this, I'm only going to use like 0.2 ounces. Actually, this is 0.1 ounce of it. And I'm going to put, let me do one more. Yep, this is just going to be 0.1 ounce of some Conjus crispus. That's all I'm going to use. First, we need to get it washed up. And so here's something I want to show you about Conjus crispus, and this will let you know if you have like the real thing. Conjus crispus has these little iridescent colors on the fronds. So you see that inside of the water, right on the tips, those are fronds. You'll see the iridescent colors showing up on the fronds. So That's how you'll know that you have actual Conjus crispus. The Master Carpus stellatus looks just like the Conjus crispus. Well, it looks a lot like Conjus crispus, but when it's submerged inside of the water, it won't have this iridescence coming off of the fronds. So I'll slightly rub the seaweed together because it loosens up the debris that would be on it, like the other leaves that might be on it. There may be shells or whatever. So just like this here, like right in between the fronds, so you got to get it in between the fronds. So right here, right between the fronds, you'll see some type of little debris, so you're just going to have to pick that out. So it'll be like little leaves and stuff. And I'll wash it like several times and re-rinse and everything. And although I washed it like 3 times, that's a little krill. That's a little baby krill that finally got loose. And here's a bigger krill that was inside of it. So with Conjus crispus, you're going to see the krills attached and up inside of the folds of this plant. That's just what comes with Conjus crispus. Yeah, it looks like a little roach. It is. It's a roach of the seas. It's a shrimp. Now, here's some of the seaweed that I have laid out. So I just want to point a few things out to you guys too, so that you know what you're going to have. This is a Conjus crispus. This is a 2-year-old plus. This is like over 2 years old. That's a Conjus crispus. This is a Conjus crispus as well. That's a younger Conjus crispus. That's also Conjus crispus. That's like, those are the same. And that's Master Carpus. And that's Master Carpus. So just looking closer, you'll see the Conjus crispus, and you can see the difference in between some of the others. This is like over 2 years old. And the reason that the fronds are light color is because it's older. It's close to like dying. And this one is a much younger Conjus crispus, so it's more intact. It's much more, it's smaller, and then it's a deeper purple than that. But you see how the round fronds are? That's a way that you can tell that it's Conjus crispus too, because the fronds are going to have those round ends on it, just like this, and that's how you can tell. This is another Conjus crispus. This is really bushy, but again, you have to look at the fronds. The fronds are rounded on the Conjus crispus. So I'm hoping that this is catching like really good. Yeah, it is. So it's rounded. And so here is the Master Carpus. And right off, you can start to tell that it is different than the Conjus crispus. The Master Carpus, the fronds are a bit longer. And remember, when it's inside the water, it's not going to have that iridescence onto it. But this one here is a Conjus crispus. It's a younger Conjus crispus. When they're young, they really look like the Master Carpus. Now, this piece right here, although it's flat, this is Conjus crispus too. This is just, these are all Conjus crispus. Now, it's flat, but you look at the fronds of it. So you see the fronds are curved, and then it has a flat body. So all it is just one of the plant leaves that actually broke off. So if I was to like take one off and lay it down, then you'd see that these are actually the same thing. So those are both, that's Conjus crispus as well. And this is the big bushy one that it broke apart from. Just so you know, when you go and get you some, you know what you're looking at. So you see when they're dry, they really do look a whole lot alike. But as you look at their fronds, you see that they're not the same. I don't know why I keep thinking of a wolf when I look at the Master Carpus, but you see how they look different. Right, so getting the gel together, I just put just enough water over the top of it, just to cover it over. So it's some hot water. It's not boiling at all. And so here's the gel, the viscose fluid that's actually coming off of all of the seaweed here, and it's still holding on to its purple color. It's not changing color because it's being heated up for too long. So you can see that iridescent right inside of the liquid, and I do this to try to keep that iridescence in my liquid. So I have it sitting on low, and so you see it's just enough water to like barely cover that over. So I'm just going to cover it up. I forgot to show this being blended down. So what you're seeing is just, it looks white, but it just needs to settle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. Inside of the jar here. So there's some gel that's still down inside of here that I couldn't scrape out, but no fear, because all we do is use what's inside of here for a smoothie. So I'm gonna make a smoothie with the rest of it. Now for the smoothie, all I'm gonna use are some hemp seeds. Put in a few dates. Just gotta get the pits out. And then some water. And I'm just gonna brush this down off of the glass so that all of the gel can be inside of my drink. Now just get this blended up. Forgot, I'm gonna put my banana inside of this. All right, in goes the banana, and let's get this down off the glass. All right, so it's all done. And here we go. Hemp seed drinks are really good. You get a lot of your minerals inside of this. And this is something that I would drink during my healing period as well. Actually, I think I drank this more than I did coconut milk. I would drink some hemp milk. I didn't always put a banana inside of it though, but I would drink hemp milk. Bottoms up. That's good. So this will sit out until it's completely cool. My gel has now settled into its color. The bubbles have settled down, and so here's the gel. You can still see like some little bubble pockets inside of it, but this is the gel here. Okay, now I just want to show you this. Now my Conscious Crisp is still warm, and it has the bubbles still inside of it from the blender. This is what your Conscious Crispers would look like. This is, especially if you strain it, just run it through like a strainer, a cheesecloth. Run it through some cheesecloth, and because it'll help to pull like the bubbles out of it, and you'll have that nice smooth look. Okay. But if you don't care, like it's not something I really care about, then you just pop it inside the jar, and when the bubbles want to leave out, then they leave out. If they don't, then they just don't. You still have your gel. So now just keep in mind, this is very fresh and it does not last for too long, which is another reason why I don't make up a whole lot of gel. I just rather make what I need as I need it. So this gel right here, with what I do with this, I could use this to make like my mock cheeses, to make oh gosh, what else is it? I could use it inside of soups. I could use it for various drinks as well, but I would rather do something more like a liquid, more of a liquid, like I've done inside of my other videos for that. I mean, there are a number of reasons why you want to make a thick gel. You might even want to make like a like some chews, like some ginger chews, you know, so you would make it really thick. I mean, there's different reasons why you might want to make it thick, but if the only thing that you're going to be doing is using it to drink, then I would say don't make the gel. Don't make the gel. Just do it the way that I did inside of the other ones. I mean, but it's up to you. Again, I don't do the gel, not often. But this is kind of also like a special request too, because I've been getting asked how I make my gel, and this is how this is how I do it. It does not have an overwhelmingly fishy, oceany smell either. It has a very subtle smell. It has a very subtle taste to it. I've eaten seaweeds so much, I just don't notice anything anymore. I mean, I just don't. And I like the taste. This is the type of thing that I'll just take and just eat by itself too. Another way that you could possibly try to enjoy this, you could just mix this gel down with like some lime, some date syrup, and just mix it around and just eat it like a pudding. Be creative with this stuff. Be creative with this stuff, guys. So there you go. So that is going to be the end of this video here, and hopefully this information is going to be very beneficial for you. Just like I said, seaweed is very good for helping to run all that extra estrogen out of your body, because there's a lot of you that's still saying, well, do I have to change? Do I have to change the way I eat? Nah, you don't have to change the way you eat. You could continue to eat the same way that you have been eating. And again, that's what got you into your situation. So you can continue on that path. And the rest of us will continue to move forward, and we will heal. And then you will watch us healing and saying, oh, how we've healed. And so forth and so on. Okay,